Hey guys, Samsonite Bricks here, and today, for Star Wars Week, we're going to be looking at set 75216, Snoke's Throne Room, 492 pieces. This is a set that's gotten a lot of controversy over the last year since it was released. Some people think it's really overpriced. I agree, but I got this for about 40% off from Amazon, so it doesn't really bother me as much. A lot of people also have an unfortunate negative opinion of The Last Jedi, so again, they don't like the set because of that, but I'm okay with it. But I'm looking forward to getting into this set and seeing what it's about. Funny enough, this is like this out of all the sets I've built this week, this is the one that's been in my backlog the longest. I bought this for May the 4th this year. On Amazon, but still, it was May the 4th, so I've been holding on to this set for almost a month, and now it's time to finally get into it. Before we open it up, just looking at the back of the box, most of the sets I've built this week have not had very nice backs of boxes, like there hasn't been a lot of features to show off, but this one seems to have a ton of play features to show off, so looking forward to messing around with those in this video. There's the money shot. Unfortunately, no protection for the manual, so the sticker sheets, well, it's a little folded, but it's not that bad. A lot of stickers though, so that's a little sad. One thick instruction booklet, and 3 bags of parts. So I'll build up each bag and I'll show you what the progress looks like after each one. Hey guys, just giving you an update on the progress of Snoke's Throne Room. This is how it looks at the end of bag 1. Not too much going on right now, we just have kind of like the base of where everything will kind of fit into place after the next bag. We do have our Last Jedi Rey minifigure and our Last Jedi Kylo Ren minifigure, which has, there we go, subtle printing on the torso and legs, which looks really good. And they both got their standard lightsabers. There's a feature here that, like this platform, you pull this knob at the back and the platform moves out. Sometime later, and we're now done bag 2, which gave us the walkway and the elevator, Snoke himself and his throne. And now we're just going to move on to the final bag for the support pillars, I guess, that are on either side of the build. And now, finally, the model is 100% complete. I like the size of it. I think it's a fair size for the model. Now that's done, we can take a look at the figures up close and some of the play features in the set a little better. So let's move into that part. First up for minifigs, we have Rey, and unlike the other Rey from earlier this week, this one had no flaws, which is good because I didn't have this version previously. She's in kind of like semi-Jedi robes. She has Luke's lightsaber, or should I say her lightsaber, or Anakin's, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. She's got a newer hairpiece that was just created for this figure, I believe. And she's got just a smiling face on that side. It's the same Rey face we've always gotten. Would have been nice to get an angry face or something. And the torso print continues on the back. Next up, we have Kylo Ren, and this might be my favorite Kylo Ren figure out of all of them, because he's got a new torso and leg design reflecting his costume in Last Jedi, which, if I can get the lighting right, has subtle printing all throughout the torso and legs. He's got his crossguard lightsaber, which is still a good piece. He's got one of my favorite expression for Kylo Ren, because like it's the first time we've gotten a face for him that's really kind of neutral and not angry in some way. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it looks angry, but it's not. He's not making a face like this where his teeth are out and he's aggressive. Finally, we have the man of the set himself, Supreme Leader Snoke. This is a character that a lot of people have found polarizing, but I always found interesting, and I'm happy to finally have his figure in my collection. He wears a golden robe, which is accurate to the movie, but I do kind of wish in Last Jedi they had just kept like the robes he had in Force Awakens. I mean, he might be wearing these, we don't know. It was a dark hologram, but it's got some nice reflective bits. I don't know if that shows up fully, but like Kylo, he's got subtle hidden printing. Goes through the torso and legs, and then he's got the rest of his robe printing there. He's got a little bit on the back. His face is really good. One of his eyes are off-center to kind of show the scarring nature. His face is also covered in scars, and turning him around, there's still scars on the back of his head. Finally, this set gives us two Praetorian guards, and these figures are sort of unique to the set. The torso, armor piece, and the helmet, both they all appear in the Praetorian Guard battle pack, but the skirt robe piece is unique for them here. And when you have the battle pack, it makes for a nice difference in figure design. They're both the same except for the weapons, so I'll only really kind of focus on one. With the back printing, so you can see like the torso printing and the back printing at the same time. The helmet mold is nice, and removing the helmet mold, they both just have plain red faces underneath. Okay guys, now we're going to review Snoke's throne room and show off the features. I mean, it's an older set, so some of you have probably already seen this stuff, but I haven't gotten to experience it yet, so we're coming over here. The first feature, and one of my favorites, there's a lever behind Snoke's throne, and we pull it, it pulls the floor and Rey, so it's like indicating a force. He's using the force to pull her to him, which happens in the movie, so that's cool. What's something else? Oh, there's a part in the movie where there's like this giant magnifying thing to show her like the battlefield in space, and that's there, and that's cool. These two things here represent like a venting system, I believe. It's like that same thing that one of these guards fell into during their fight. Coming over to Snoke's throne, it's built in a way that lets you rotate it on a ratchet 360 degrees, and you could even completely remove it for some reason, put it to the side, and then you've got a hole in the floor. I mean, there's not really much you could do with it, unless you want that to be the hole that the guard falls into. Then over on this pillar section here, and on both sides, they're built exactly the same except mirrored, and they both have a storage thing. On this side we've got handcuffs for Rey and a chalice that I guess Snoke could use. And on the other side, we've got another different kind of weapon for the Praetorian Guards. There's a feature here where you put Rey here, and you flick this tile. She goes flying. But with this one, it's kind of hard to get her to go where you want her to go. Like, she just died, so. Finally, after we go across this bridge that Kylo Ren was on, we come to the lift exit, which I think looks really good. And you just turn this knob at the top, and the elevator arrives, and you could put Rey or someone in, and door closes, and now they're going to other levels of the Star Destroyer. Kind of reminds me of those old transporter toys from Star Trek, though. she's there. Okay, before I go forward, I just want to say, if by some chance you haven't seen The Last Jedi yet, look away now, because there's going to be a spoiler. So, in the final analysis of the set, which I kind of set up to replicate a more accurate depiction of the scene, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, I'm glad I got it 40% off on Amazon, so pricing-wise, I don't really have a problem with. But no, this is another set like Slave 1 that is not worth it at full price. The figures are great. All 5 of them are desirable and very well done. The build's nothing too special. I like this area with the throne and all this, and the floor space, and I like the elevator, but I just don't care about these giant pillars. And they take up a third of the build. I think the set could have been better if they skipped the pillars, maybe found a way to replicate the red wall, like the iconic red. Maybe even if it was just this one side and it was like a cloth piece, they could have done that, and then thrown in like 2 more Praetorian guards. I don't know. Probably price would have still been close to the same because more minifigs and a giant cloth piece, but I just think the set would be more worth it with that. As it is, it's a good playset. You know, there are functions. They don't always work. I do like that elevator and the way it came together. But if you're really desperate to get these figures in a cheaper way, like this is the cheapest way, except for Kylo Ren, this is the cheapest way to get a hold of these minifigs. So, well, not counting the Praetorian guards, but like Rey and Snoke, this is the cheapest way to get those versions. So, I guess in that sense, if this is a set that you're into for what it has, and you can get it on a good discount, get it. I did it. I enjoyed building it, and I enjoy it as a display piece and less as a playset. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the set in the comments. Please subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next installment of Star Wars Week tomorrow. Until then, this is Samsonite Bricks signing off.